नमस्ते बिटिया, हमेशा खुश रहो। आई एम JVN डॉक्टर सुमन शेखावत, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ काय चिकित्सा, फैकल्टी ऑफ आयुर्वेदिक साइंसेज, ज्योति विद्यापीठ विमेंस यूनिवर्सिटी जयपुर. Today we will discuss on examination of cardiovascular system. In the series of examination of cardiovascular system, today we will talk echocardiography. Echocardiography is one of the most versatile non-invasive imaging technique in clinical cardiology. It doesn't use ionizing radiation. It is free of risk and can be employed safely throughout pregnancy. Principle is physics. Physics. A transducer containing a piezoelectric elements convert electrical energy into an ultrasound beam that is directed towards the heart. The beam is reflected when it strikes an interference between tissue of different densities. Clinical application: congenital heart disease. Echocardiography, particularly the 2D technique, has revolutionized the diagnosis of congenital heart disease. In the majority of cases, obviating the need of invasive investigation by cardiac catheterization. Myocardial disease. Echocardiography permit accurate assessment of cardiac dilatation, hypertrophy, and contractile function. Dilated cardiomyopathies produce ventricular dilatation with global contractile impairment. Valvular disease. Echocardiography is of particular valve or identifying both structural and dynamic valvular abnormalities and any associated chamber dilatation or hypertrophy. The severity of the valvular involvement is congenital, rheumatic, and degenerative and infective disease may thus be defined. The technique of diagnostic for bicuspid aortic valve and mitral valve prolapse and readily identified valve thickening and calcification in rheumatic and calcified disease. Pericardial disease. Although the echocardiogram is of little value in constrictive pericarditis, it is the most sensitive technique available for the diagnosis of pericardial effusion. The effusion appears as an echo-free space distributing around the ventricles, but usually avoiding the potential space behind the left atrium. Stress echocardiography. Stress echocardiography is increasingly being used for the diagnosis of myocardial ischemia in suspected coronary disease. Left ventricular imaging during increasing dobutamine infusion permit assessment of regional valve motion in response to adrenergic stress. Decreasing systolic wall motion or wall thickening indicates ischemia and the need for further investigation. Stress echocardiography is also used to identifying myocardial viability in the patient with heart failure and improvement in regional hypokinesis in response to dobutamines. Infusion indicate hibernating and hence potentially salvageable myocardium likely to respond favorably to revascularization by angioplasty or bypass surgery. Doppler echocardiography. Doppler echocardiography permits evaluation of the direction and velocity of blood flow within the heart and great vessel. It is widely used for measuring the severity of valvular stenosis and identifying valvular regurgitation and intracardiac shunt through septal defects. Principle is physics. According to the Doppler machine, when an ultrasound beam is directed towards the blood stream, the frequency of the sound wave reflected from the blood cells is altered. The frequency shift or Doppler effect is related to the direction and velocity of the flow. Next is clinical application. In pediatric cardiology, the combination of 2D echocardiography and color flow Doppler mapping has made possibly the non-invasive diagnosis of a large majority of congenital defects, often without the need of cardiac catheterization. These techniques have also revolutionized the diagnosis of valvular disease in all age groups. New developments: cardiovascular radionuclide imaging, radionuclide ventriculography, myocardial perfusion scintigraphy, positron emission tomography, pulmonary scintigraphy, radioisotope imaging. Next is computed tomography. Clinical applications: CT with contrast enhancement diagnose pulmonary embolism and aortic dissection with a sensitivity of about 95%. It is also used for accurate assessment of pericardial thickening in constrictive disease and in the diagnosis of cardiac tumors. Next is MRI. Clinical application: cardiac MRI is now widely used for the assessment of cardiac structure and ventricular function. It can differentiate between myocardial infarction, edema, fibrosis, and fat. MRI is well validated for the assessment of myocardial viability and ischemia. It is therefore used in the diagnosis of coronary artery disease, myocarditis, and cardiomyopathies. It is also used to guide therapy in patients who documented coronary artery disease, particularly in those with chronic coronary occlusion or multivessel disease, the presence of viability or ischemia respectively provides justification or revascularization. Cardiac MRI doesn't involve the use of ionizing radiation, so it can be used safely for repeated follow-up assessment, and it is unique among cardiac imaging modality in being able to assess myocardial function. Viability and ischemia in a single study. MRI provides an accurate assessment of valve regurgitation fraction, and it is also highly sensitive for the diagnosis of aortic dissection and intracardiac tumors and thrombi. Thank you. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University Jaipur. I hope you all are satisfied with this session. If you feel any kind of problem with this session, please mention it in comment box. I will resolve it soon. Thank you.